rocket like rocket fuel.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter.
All right, Coach. Well, sunny Southern California is anything but on this afternoon. Gray skies and rain in the forecast here at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and our home team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Allen now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Here we go.
Now with the play clock almost gone, Sean McDermott's going to call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Now Allen. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Henry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
The carry.
All day, baby,
He
all
was
day.
brought down by Nigel Braddock. It's a gain of 3. And the Bills first down.
Ready?
Mike 49. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now it's Mixon running right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check 53's Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, quarter. Switch.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
80 weapon.
Check your hot read. Check. Wide. Get wide.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. He'll have a first down past the 40. And some space here. And down to the 19-yard line. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 19-yard line. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Check three. Kill.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Mike, 55.
To throw, it's Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham.
Well, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 26. Check 43. Hey, check 24. Check 24. One. Bang.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The throw over the middle taken in. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Allen now looks to throw. He finds his target, John Brown. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Allen got a man. It's Brown. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Hey, check 319. Watch the pass. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Tackles.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. Allen now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 31, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 55. Hey, Haywood.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On the return is Irvin. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rosen. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Henry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And able to find John Brown. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch the shoot. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check. Hey, home.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Sponge, sponge, sponge.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Alert, alert, alert.
To the air, Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now this time, Allen will throw. And it's caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Throwing now is Allen. That one was intended for John Brown, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's now 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. That's the pass. Slam. Slam. Check 4. Check 4. Check. Check. 152. Is that?
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Allen now on the sneak. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10.
Check safety, check safety. Switch, switch, switch.
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
32-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Here's Rosen. Caught by Allen. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
That's trash.
And some room to maneuver. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. Now it's the backup Mariota. He'll get this to Eckler. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Third down.
Mike. Pass 85, pass 85.
Mike 55, Mike.
Hey, exit.
Eat.
3rd and 2. They're going to elect to throw with Allen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now Rosen. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
59. 58, right there. Push him back. Push him. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, watch that.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And Jennings has it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rosen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen gets it to Gordon. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, it's Allen. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And here's Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And Allen's got it. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They'll run on 1st down. Gordon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Switch gears.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen. He completes it to Henry. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, 4th quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at their 49-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check. 58 for Mike, 58.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped of the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy. I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen going to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there.
Bills first down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are, so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Check. Lucky. Hatchet.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hit that. 180. Tighten up. Check. Slam. Check.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
58, come on. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Rosen will throw. It's complete. Henry. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. And his throw is incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Back to throw. Allen. And able to find John Brown. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
You got nothing. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Watch the screen. Pass. Joker.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Allen to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Irvin to return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Rosen to throw. Now a desperation throw. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Gary Jennings in the final minute as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he missed it. Oh, would you believe it? It is no good. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's taken down inside the 30. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Desmond King picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still